Hey Dean, I thought maybe just be easier if I threw together a 5 minute YouTube video that kind of walked you through this. Because I think honestly that it's most of the formulas that are built in there should already kind of work for you automatically. All we have to do is just change a couple of values along the way. So let's start with this, and then if you got additional questions, by all means send them to me. But I think you're going to find that it's relatively easy. So I'm using this original one that I kind of shared with the world. So I'm not going to delete any of these things just because I don't want to go through the hassle of recreating them. But basically, what I would suggest that you do, if you're only using it for one location, would be to delete this gateway one. Okay, delete the Lindsay Thurber one and delete the alternative. And by the way, all this information in here is just fake data, right? So don't worry about it. It's not actual student data. So basically what you're going to do is just delete those and just use the Hunting Hills one as an example. And so here's how it kind of works is what I would basically do to start with is I'm just going to leave like 10 names in here, and I'm going to get rid of all the rest of the data just so you can kind of see what's happening. So I'll just go all the way to the end of here and just hit the delete button. It gets rid of all that data, and it just takes a second. You can see, notice up here, it's just kind of thinking. Okay, and so now if I scroll all the way to the top, you can see I've now only got 10 kids in my actual database. And if I come back into that internal accommodations one, the Hunting Hills one is still pulling from that Hunting Hills, and you can see there's just our 10 kids, and that's it. Okay, I can go across to all the other pages, and there's not going to be anybody else other than those 10 kids. And in fact, if you click on the master data, it's just pulling whatever exists on this one. So all you need to know is if you change the name of this Hunting Hills one, and I'll just change it to, I don't know, we'll just say AHCS, okay, just as an example. All I need to do now is to have all of this data get moved over to this. I literally just need to come into this master data, click on this first little link right here, and it says, okay, import range, the whole 9 yards. I just need to change this name to the new one, and AHCS. Hit enter, and there you go. So it's pulling all the data into this master data, and then all of the other tabs across here are all pulling from this guy. So you don't have to do anything else special here, okay? So again, if you go into the bio, there's all of your bio kids, there's the accommodations, and here's the bio 20, bio 30. Now here's the other thing that you asked about. You asked about how can I find out and get a list of just the kids right in bio 20. So all you're going to do is go into data, and I've got filters turned on already, but I'm just going to go back up and go data and then hit filter, and that creates filters across the top. So now for the G column, I can just click here and choose just June 17th, bio 20. So I'll click OK, and there you go. There's a list of the 3 kids that are writing bio 20 and June 17th. There's their accommodations, whether or not they have alternate placement. Okay, I can also add to this. Okay, there's nobody in the system right now that's got a bio 30 exam, so that's maybe not a good example, but let's choose the January kids instead, and there you go. So really quickly you're able to just sort, and then you could print this, you could copy it, do whatever you need to with it. So if I come back over, so that's basically this sheet, okay? It's going to sort all of your exams by subject, and that's basically just pulling the data from this master data, which is again pulling everything from this sheet. So if you ever change the name of this sheet, you just need to update that in the master data. Like, it'll disappear and there'll be a little thing right here. You just need to quickly make that change. So other than that, I mean, you would just fill out this spreadsheet with all of the kids' names, again, all the information here. Now this is what I was talking about before. So the accommodations right here, and here's the 3 accommodations, and when you click on it, it gives you a list. All of this is being pulled, okay, from this master info, and it's pulling from this column, the accommodation. So if you ever wanted to add another one, so let's say we wanted to do 16 extra noise. It's quite the accommodation. But now if I came and clicked on this, you can see that extra noise is now automatically being added in it, and it's going to be in each one of these. So it's already been set up automatically that it will pull from the E column. So if you ever make any changes, and again, you can't, again, bad example because these are approved by Alberta Education, but that's really where the classes come into play. So in this instance, if you want this to just work for you naturally, it's pulling from this I column. So you're just going to put all of the exams that exist in your school, okay, and get rid of the ones that don't. So like if you don't have bio, if you're not offering bio 30 in November, you would just click on it and delete it out of the list. Okay, so same thing, maybe you're not doing that, maybe you're not doing that. So those exams are all out of there. And now, I mean, they're still going to show up in order, but I like to keep things organized. So I would just highlight that entire column and then go up to data, and you're going to sort the range by column. So that's only going to sort this data. It's not going to sort the rest of it. And there you go. It's just updated it. And like, just to give you an example, I'll put one in here. We'll just call this basket weaving 101. So now when I come back over into, when I come back over into the new page, okay, and I click on an exam, I go to the very bottom, there's basket weaving 101. Okay, so that's how you're going to add and remove those classes really quickly. And like, I think for the most part, like that's basically it. Let me just undo all this because, okay, that's basically it. Now, the only other thing that you would need to know, and again, so if I come back over this, when your special format materials, this is automatically going to populate for you, okay? As long as your tests have either a June or a January in, and they follow kind of the same naming convention, this should all work for you automatically. Excuse me. And then the only other thing I think that you probably need is this stats one. So if you want to collect the stats, again, you're just going to change the Hunting Hills to, I can't remember what we called it now, I don't know, CLS or something like that. Okay, oh, AHCS. But look at, in the formula itself, it's already changed the name of it. Okay, so within this document, any changes that you made to the names automatically get reflected in the formulas themselves. So same thing, if I look here, all of these accommodations are still up to date and correct. And so then all you would do is like literally like get rid of these two columns, right? Like you would delete these guys and shift everything to the left so you're only seeing your particular school. So I don't know, hopefully that has kind of answered some of your initial questions, but don't hesitate to send me any others that you might have. The other thing too is, so again, if I go into the school accommodations, and so here's that copy of the Hunting Hills. Give it a second here. Again, anytime you see this ref, it basically just means that it can't find the correct link to that data. So you just always go into the master data, click on that, here's the link, and all you gotta do is just change this. And you only, again, have to change this on the sheets that are separate from that original, okay? So again, I can't remember what I called that. AHCS. So AHCS. Okay, there's the master data. So now these are all grade, well, there's all grade 12s and one grade 11. So if I go to the grade 12s, there they are, all organized for me. I go to the grade 11, there should be one, should be none on grade 10, none on grade 9, none on grade 13. So again, if I add anything to this new sheet, and I'll just put in some fake data again. Simpson, Bart, we'll put him in grade 10, male, whatever, yes, and let's give him that, and let's give him that. Okay, so now if I go over into my two other sheets, so here's the one, I think I gave him, and again, you can see, wait for it to always finish working to make sure that it's all doing what it's supposed to. What did I give Bart exams in? Bart Simpson, Chem 30 and English 10. So if I come into here, oh, filters are on. Data, turn off filter. there you go. There's our Bart Simpson. If I go into English, again, just be careful when your filters are on because sometimes you won't be able to see the correct information. There's Bart Simpson. And if I come into my other sheet, I think we set him up as a grade 10. There he is, Bart Simpson, blah, blah, and we're good to go. So give it a shot by all means. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. And I hope you find it useful. Talk to you soon.